I swear it's nothing to be worried about. Like, I promise you, I speak on behalf of all of us. When I say we just chopping it up, I promise you, we just chopping it up like round table discussion. It's all or nothing. Building over thoughts you wouldn't walk through the public. Connected like the plug is. The outlet is the line from top to bottom. It's whatever's designed, and it's Gucci behind these doors up here. Get it all in the clear. We'll check something, but it's all sincere. So book them, Danny. Line them up like they in a faded throne, cause nobody ever became great alone. So if we faded, then we faded. Knowing we all tapped in, baby, no changes. So if we faded, then we faded.
Thank you for joining us here today and chopping it up here at Faded. I'm your host, Gucci, with First Lady,
Danny,
my co-host,
Sincere,
and my man.
Feast Nino.
There we go. Today we're going to talk about mental health. We're going to also start with how the Eagles messed up Sincere's mental health over this weekend. How does that affect you?
it's affecting me because I want y'all to all know that I knew he was going to ask that question, and it still hit different. So it's going to take a little time for me to get my mental together from that situation. I mean,
listen,
I'm going to leave it at that.
I still feel as though y'all are, if not the strongest team in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? First quarter, it was looking like every other game. But I don't know, y'all fell apart, man. You can't, you know what I mean? It's any given Sunday type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
I think the mental health for the team kind of, you know.
But you gotta rep it every day.
But for a situation like that, I think that was I respect that loss more than I did the loss we did against the Jets. You feel me? Because that was all the way around.
Complete team.
That was a complete team. Because we gotta face them to get to the Super Bowl.
Again.
You know what I mean? So we can have redemption soon, and when it comes, it's gonna come.
What you're saying is your mental health is in the dirt right now, but as the season continues, it's gonna increase.
I'm gonna say like right now it is, because the day not done. All right, this just happened again yesterday.
So I'm about to spot of depression.
Right, because I'm about to go to work, and people going, yeah. And then the San Fran fans is going to come back and come out the woodworks and attack. You know what I mean? And
that's like a double whammy right there. You at work, think about it, and they ain't admit about it.
But no, I mean, my record's still better than the Maccas. So we still good. Okay. You know what I mean? It's just, like you said, it's putting a balance on how much, recognizing what I can take and what I can't take. And I think that's important because when you talk about mental health, which our subject, that's our topic, is if you can't control the balance and certain things, so you don't know how to get the help for it, man, then it becomes out of control. Then you see people suicides, bipolar. That's a situation where people, like, because they get sometimes on situations of sports, relationships, family, will be attacked and they don't know how to deal with a situation and just react off an impulse because they don't know how to communicate the need for help.
Alright, so like social media, you know how that really affects, you know, everyone, because it's out there, everyone sees, and it's like you're receptive constantly. How do you think the Eagles losing on social media makes you feel right now?
Eagles law, that's more than just social media.
Yeah,
I know.
I mean, it ain't that deep. Like, it's definitely, it's not. It doesn't. For that, it don't.
Like realistically, it don't. Like you kind of feel like as an Eagles fan, you sick, but realistically, as a man, it's like you good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
That's a big. You know what I'm saying?
What's your take on social media in general? I mean, because you know how our youth look up to what we post up there and stuff, and they try to model their lives around, you know, what they see. And, you know, I from a sense of not being able to accomplish all my goals, and like I know how it feels to be like, oh man, I wish I was, or I wish I could,
Keeping up with the Jones.
Keeping up, yeah, you know, you feel like the presentation of social media is what life looks like, I guess, and a lot of us don't really realize that, you know, we were just putting on shows and putting on airs.
You gotta understand with social media is a highlight reel. You know what I'm saying? I heard somebody say before, whether you just a regular person, you know what I'm saying, just a highlight reel. And I'm not saying just because you're posting and having fun or whatever, you're doing your thing, like He's just trying to stun or whatever. It's social media, like you live your life on there. But it's a problem. I feel like when you get to the point where you try to, like, it's celebrities, people want to emulate these images and behaviors. You feel what I'm saying? And it's all intended. You know, there's a greater power controlling that. That's a different conversation. But yeah, like that definitely gets in a lot of people's heads. I feel like, especially when it comes to like relationships, how they should be, and you know what I'm saying. You're looking at something online that's not even somebody's real life or persona. You know what I'm saying?
You trying to take that as your own, and it's more detriment to you than anything. Because really, I think we're all born with our own moral code, and then we watch social media and try to adapt to what we think life is because what we see every day. So you're kind of stuck in the crosshairs of, you know, growing up, how you were taught, and then what you're looking at and what you want to perceive as reality. And it gets confusing. It definitely gets confusing. And I just feel like, you know, social media is not the best thing for people in general. I feel social media has a very negative effect on people's
You gotta remember, a lot of people also seek for guidance.
That too.
And you know, they easily influence, and it's real easy to slip into what the next person has, or is like you said, you know, showing off, you know, highlights of their life. You know, everybody is it's real easy to highlight the good parts that's going on. Everybody don't highlight when things are bad. When things is going, you know,
like
just a little different, right?
You gotta bring it back to that.
No, it's cool.
Right.
My man ain't rock the watch.
Not a lot of people,
But-
you know, looking into that part of it. But I also feel like that has a lot to do with how we, in the outside, what we're giving them to, you know, look up to. We need to be role models, just like what you were saying, you know, when you come to a certain status or have a certain influence, how do you be responsible with that? Does it make it your responsibility?
That's a good question.
What you got to say, Sean?
We got to also look at the fact that social media, it gives you the opportunity to jump on. It's free. Or they got those things that you might see on there, like when you say the 49ers beating the Eagles. They'll put a platform where now you got people that just hate the Eagles and love to see them. Like, I know there's a couple of them that hate the Cowboys, you know what I'm saying? But that's just a situation for what it is. But also, too, for the individual that really can't handle that type of situation, that's when it becomes hazardous to your health. When you don't have the control on a situation, just like Sis was saying, that if you don't have a role model or someone to balance you out from the negativity of the social media, like cyberbullying, cyberbullying, what?
Yeah, we put
Somebody, you mean to tell me somebody?
I heard you talk about that before. You don't really understand. You said you don't really understand that.
And not the fact that I comprehend it, but in my mind, coming from the age where as though bullies were in my face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got the physical bully. Somebody's texting me on the phone because I put up a picture that I liked. I can block you. I can not talk to you. I can literally get you off my page. I can even report you. You feel me? But because of some people don't have that outlet, that role model, or that figure to help you, be like, look, it's cool. You don't have to deal with that. Now they sit over here and they deal with the situation, and kids have killed themselves. People of status have killed themselves. My little,
Social media thing lingers.
my young boy, he loved Juice WRLD. That was his guy. He killed himself. That was hurtful for him. He's like, man, I can't believe it. I'm like,
I think Juice WRLD's suicide was more accidental. I don't think he meant to kill himself. He was just trying to make sure he could cop
overdosed,
but he,
right?
he was trying to pop pills that cops didn't get ready to see on a plane or whatever. So he was trying to get rid of it so they could see it, but not realizing he just OD'd.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like he killed himself. Oh yeah, social media got me.
I mean, but how many people you could go on social media that will commit suicide because of that depression. You know what I mean? Because of what they seeing.
I get how it does
That they have
though,
control over.
because you got people like, so you get cyberbullying, right? So you think it's a one-on-one thing, and it's really bigger than that. It's when that person can voice their opinion so much that they can change the opinions of other people around you. Not everyone believes that one person that's coming at you, and now your perception to them is what this person says. So you're trying to seem a certain way to everyone. You want to seem like the person you are, but
You
this
a fraud. You a fraud.
not so much you a fraud. No, not that you a fraud.
Fake.
You ain't listening to what I'm
You
saying.
gotta also remember that people can influence others.
Exactly.
And when you, even though you're not paying attention to it, if they got Sarah, Bill, and Bob over there listening
Yes.
to it, who is also surrounded by you, that's a form of bullying also.
That could be
That's everybody that's around you is agreeing
That's
with.
physical.
That could be people that you gotta deal with in your real life.
In your real life too. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I'm not.
So I understand where they come from.
Workplace, you feel what I'm saying? You can use your social media for business.
But that,
And it makes someone not want to participate in life no more. Like, you got everyone around you.
right,
fuck with,
absolutely.
and they're like, you're like, oh, here's this, because that person said that. And you're like, yo, this is not.
But that's where we need to get stronger in influencing, because
Yeah.
we need to be teaching these younger kids that, number one, that shit don't last for so long. Let them talk. It only lasts, because remember, they think this is going to last forever.
Their life is literally as long as this moment here.
Right. And there's also adults that feel like that, unfortunately, that
Because they
get
haven't matured
bullied
beyond a
into
certain
that.
point, yeah.
Absolutely, that get that get stuck in the mentality of that's what's happening right now.
Just know that
And
because you love the Eagles and they lost, I love you. I will never make no one think any way about you.
You know what? I can say this because I do suffer from it. I suffer from the depression. All right.
a lot of people suffer from depression.
And
I want
for
to say
me,
something after you say that.
for me to deal with that, and I take medication. It was hard to sit over there and talk to a therapist because a lot of stuff from a young age that I was going through that I
Talk, not this.
not so much that, it was just the fact that I was going through things and I didn't know how to communicate it to someone that could help me. Where someone, and then also too being from an age where as though,
Don't say nothing that come out of these
even though I
walls.
had no pop, I had the strong grandma, like call somebody to talk about what? To where I started learning how to, I talk to anybody that I felt safe with talking to. You feel me? That helped
feel
me.
safe for me,
No,
Sean?
not really. I don't know. It's a lot of heat coming from this side of the room right here. So, you know what I'm saying? I ain't
It's
feeling all
okay.
that.
Today, not today.
Yeah.
But look, that goes back to the part we were saying about communication earlier, right? Because everybody has a level of mental stuff that they got to deal with. You know what I'm saying? On different scales. Like, people, we have experiences, you know what I'm saying, trauma when you're younger, even if it's not a trauma, nothing negative. You feel what I'm saying? But how you communicate and who you communicate to, you know what I'm saying, the feedback that you get is like a huge part of that. It like can really set your trajectory moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Or it can make you feel a lot worse about what you feel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I don't think we all look at all the outlets that add to the, especially when it comes to depression, like that we do. Alcohol, masturbation, sorry to say it, but it's a known statistic that does cause, adds to depression. Cause,
It does?
yeah,
That's why I'm really depressed then, huh?
if you don't get killed from the last one that we did, you are definitely gonna get beat on.
It's dopamine highs. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So you lower that.
Anything
Yeah.
below your super surge of dopamine, yeah, you depression.
And realistically, you gotta realize that we ain't meant to be sleeping with ourselves.
I'm not sleeping.
That's why he our comedic relief, man. Goodness gracious. Yeah, pull it together, sis. I know. I'm about to going through it. God dang, boy. That's my guy right there. And look, the world's so serious and we got so much going on. Don't have nowhere to talk that. The moment that when brothers and sisters come together and we can talk and we have moments of genuine laughter, they say laughter is the best medicine for everything.
Bro, understand, I'm depressed as fuck every day.
Yeah.
I laugh so much just to fight that shit.
Yeah,
That's all I got.
I used to believe in that until Robin Williams died.
That was my yeah.
But let's talk about. I feel like we need to talk about what depression is too, right? Because I feel like a lot of people just like. As an excuse.
It's like a cover-up blanket term for a lot of
So like, how can you really feel, or like, what are the feelings that you have that's real depression versus just
That's the thing is, depression, what.
It varies.
It varies.
Yeah, and what's real to you can be, not real to the next person. That doesn't make how you're feeling invalid.
Depression is subjective, not objective. So you can't object on my depression saying it's real or not. You have to be here.
Absolutely.
So for instance, mine is bipolar depression. All right, it switches. It's up in here. And it was big thanks to Big Drew because I came in here one day and it had really messed with my mental what was going on. And instead of me realizing that what I do on a basis, I normally have my poker face on. And that's that face that you just walk around here, and but behind that mask, you're going through something.
You fight yourself behind
and you sometimes you hold it so much that now that mask don't mean nothing. That mask is just like, dude, I see you. Like he came over to me like, yo, come on, give me a hug. I was really going through something, and it was annoying me, but it had nothing to do with him.
It was
because no, but he didn't know, and what he was actually doing was open up as a brother and give me that open hand, like it's gonna be cool. Even though he didn't know what was going on, he understood something was going on. When I had a conversation with Big Drew said, hey, yo, man, listen, it's gonna be all right. And he gave me an experience that he was going through, even though I didn't even tell him what I was going through. And I was able to relate to it, and it broke the shit. Came, got better, like, all right, had a couple little sips, was good to go. I mean, like when Danny, like when she sits over there and she says, Sean, stay away from me because you dingy. You know, you know what I'm saying? It hit a little bit, but I could just take it with stride.
Like that.
I don't know.
But hold on. She do say it. All right, you heard her say it. She do. But that's the joy and love of being able to communicate with people that we just now getting together. And the love, this is my sister, that's my brother. We family up in here. Anything I can do for them, I've learned to coexist in a matter where my depression doesn't have control over me, I have control over the depression. And once you get that, understand the battle ain't over. It's
That's just for this battle. Next time the pops up,
it's gonna get different. It's gonna be because people have situations where they going through relationships. They single, like I don't know why. Married, I don't know why. I can't get a good job. I'm a hard worker. You feel me? And all these things, and then y'all go to the wrong thing. People go looking for a good relationship at a bar. Maybe can happen, but
it's a good relationship. It's a nice over.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Just
realistically
know what comes with that. If you found them at a bar, there's probably
y'all
a
both
couple
drunk,
of things
y'all need to
that y'all need to work on.
I love you. I love you too. What's your name again?
No, not saying everybody, but I get what you're saying. Absolutely.
Because I find myself
I'm trying to find you in the library. I need you to be smart.
So let's go a little bit deeper, right? Let's talk about how you deal with people, loved ones, you know what I'm saying, that's going through something like a depression or schizophrenia or, you know what I'm saying, like, or just, you know what I'm saying?
I learned to just listen. And I don't even want to say learn. I'm learning to just listen. Some family member snapped on me. And
snapped on you?
Yeah, snapped on me because I had all the right answers. I was, all you gotta do is do this. All you gotta do this. And they was like, yo, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up and just listen. I don't need your answers because 9 times out of 10, the individual that's sitting there that you talking to, that you just giving yourself up to, you know what I mean, being vulnerable.
You don't want answers.
Yeah, I don't want your answer, bro, because I'm talking to you because we can relate. because we going through the same stuff.
Y'all
And
know
if
that's
you
a
ain't
guy
go through it, if you ain't fix, if you ain't fix the problem,
It is. You know what it is?
It's a, let me explain something when it comes to the guy thing. That's a guy thing because us
saw that
women can
finger?
sit there and be like, "Oh, girl, that's what you going through and everything." Y'all men, as soon as y'all hear something, y'all just ready to fix it.
Yeah.
Sometimes, but sometimes that's not what
Provide.
is needed.
Because
Sometimes somebody just needs you to listen.
but that's what
it
we
comes with
do.
providing. We provide
But
a
you
better
don't have to
life.
fix it.
But that's how we fix. That's how we
Provide
Look,
the comfort,
and
provide
understand.
the empathy, provide the understanding.
You know you gonna get that
It
though.
don't have to, but sometimes y'all can't fix it.
No, but you will get that. You know when you gonna get that? When
After
we
we
married,
fix
after we situated and set up, because what y'all beautiful women like to do is complain
while going through it.
until it. So
And
now,
sometimes
if you
girls
complain
complain
so
just-
much,
Right, just to vent.
And I get that.
Right.
While y'all going through it though, we can fix it. Now we can go back to it and make you feel better about everything. That's why we fix it. We fix it to put a stop to it. It's like a dam.
But you can't. Y'all, that's what I'm trying to explain to y'all as men is that it doesn't stop it. It doesn't. Y'all think that y'all going to go fix it, but it's y'all can't fix it. We gotta figure it out, but we need y'all support to find the strength for us to figure it out. Y'all think y'all can just go fix it.
But that's my support.
That's not. But
a lot of
you can never do it. You're not equipped for it.
I'm gonna agree with Danny a little bit
You're
because
not.
there's some situations that aren't immediately fixable.
Absolutely. But it doesn't make you not frustrated with it.
Sometimes we definitely put more stress on ourselves because we're not trying to accept that. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
No, he's agreeing with what I'm saying.
He said we're not trying to accept that. That's why we try to fix it.
No, he didn't.
I agree with both of y'all because, like I said, it's a situation where we do try to fix things, but
It's not fixable right now.
sometimes
But it doesn't make you not frustrated.
I read this in a book called The Way to Superior Man. Sometimes you just have to like.
hold on
you
real
gotta
quick.
be in your
Hold on real
situation. You know what I'm
quick.
saying?
Say that.
Absolutely.
Hold on, pause. Say the title of that book one more time. You know the author?
The Way to Superior Man. I don't recall the author.
I'm gonna look it up, get that, because if we're gonna drop them gems, we're gonna make sure that you give all.
Because sometimes a lot of things, y'all, even what we were talking about with the youth, and that's what I want the youth to understand, is sometimes you gotta just let things, sometimes you just gotta let things play out. Sometimes you're going to stress yourself out just because you want a specific way of it being. Let it play out. It does not last forever. And y'all men, y'all want to fix it. That's doing something about it right now. Sometimes everything don't need something done right now.
He ain't doing nothing right now. But then I'm also the kind of person I want to make sure that, I ease up something because I feel as the person that gets been into, I got a plate of my own shit. Now here's your shit on my plate. And I'm taking it. But in order for me to get this in order with your shit, I gotta fix some shit.
And I agree with Gucci because I get it. Again, that's why I said that I'm learning because that's still a situation where my woman comes home from work and she complains about how work is. And she's talking about such and such that just keeps getting on her daggone nerves. Don't do this, that, and the third. You're like, oh my God, that person, blah, blah, blah.
I'll be there tomorrow.
Now, you feel me? Because now this is not
And I didn't fix it right now. I'll fix it tomorrow.
not the fact that it's not something, because in our mind, we understand that but now, I can't tell you, I wish you just shut the F up because you don't want me to fix it. You just sitting over here venting, but you've been about this situation every day, so now it's like, it's a drain, and it's also a drain on the mental. Because, like you said, the hardest part about it is the fact that you don't want me to fix it. All I'm supposed to sit here and do is actually just sit here and listen.
Right.
And that's very complicated when you hear a problem. It's like somebody say, yo, 2 + 2.
And you got the answer in your
You
head.
got the answer. Like even if I can't, if it's 2 times 2 over top, if it's it's still, you're giving me an equation and asking me to give me that answer for it, or I'm assuming that. I'm assuming that you're, because you keep saying the same thing. So in my mind, it's like, all right, well, let me go ahead and go beat Bull up and work. Because clearly he getting on her nerves.
Like, that's what a man is. Problem solved. Like,
especially
if you're not no baby.
It's a problem. I'm gonna solve that, John. I got the title, the way of the superior man.
No, I mean that comes with you guys being logic and women being emotional.
Pass that phone on over there so you can get them gems to that man.
It's an awesome book.
Just so you can say the name and the title, because one, we don't want to get sued. All right, so we're gonna do our due diligence.
The book I just mentioned, The Way of the Superior Man by David Deida.
Spell it.
Yeah, David Deida.
Deida.
We ain't mean to mess up your name.
It's at Walmart for $9, but really you can get it on Kindle Unlimited if you got Amazon Prime subscription.
Yeah,
Or you can get a library card.
You can do that too.
And if you run into Danny,
See
understand.
problem solving thing we just did right here?
Look, if you run into Danny at the library, you know she's on a mission.
He's on a mission.
She is not on a mission. I'm just saying I'd rather meet somebody at a library than a bar.
She's going to be in the way of a superior man.
I'm not looking for somebody that has.
What he looking up in that library though?
Yeah, listen.
You looking up something.
He should be looking up spirits.
The way of the superior man.
Where's House to Kill a Man?
God, you real fool. This is my sister right
He
here.
had a drink today, so
Yeah.
See how she got aggressive with me?
Yeah, man. Yeah, you saw the finger.
That thing came out. I'm about to pick my nose real hard.
Shut up.
Don't play no games on that. And also, too, we got to keep in mind that there's so many different, I don't know the correct term, help me out, as far as when it comes to mental health, it's not just depression. It's not just bipolar depression. It's schizophrenia, there's paranoia, like there's a bunch of stuff that we need to, as especially for the culture, the black folks and minorities, now that we all know. I mean, but there are outlets. It's people that we could talk to.
I do want to say though, for all of these mental issues out there, and in many ways we try to help each other and be there for each other, I need people to understand that no one's responsible for your triggers but you. Like you live with these issues, and if you live with these issues, you have to know what sets you off. You need to communicate that around people so that way no one sets you up. I mean, give someone a fair chance. I mean,
Or pushing on your partner.
Exactly.
Make your partner responsible for.
Exactly. Like, don't get me wrong. I've been in a situation where I'm around people that you can't do certain things around, and I don't know this until I've done it. If you know me, I'm just pushing buttons all day. I'm like, what does this guy tell you? And then you find out, oh shit, that's a fucking trigger. I had no idea that was a trigger.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy about that too?
Guy that just like to have fun and just be funny and shit.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes I'm talking to Sean. I'm sorry, Sincere.
I don't know who that Sean guy is. Sincere out here in the streets.
That's what's up.
And I be pushing this button.
They know now. Come in.
I be talking to my man Sincere here, and I know I be pushing this button, but I hope I don't push the one where the fucking horns come out, and I gotta go run out my own shop. And I'm like, damn, bro, I'm just joking. Laughter is my remedy for a lot of shit. I'm only just laughing. I'm not laughing at you. I'm gonna say some shit that you won't probably be offended by, but it's gonna be funny as fuck. And in saying so, you know, I'm hoping that we all have a good laugh about some things and move on. Now, he ain't never came at me yet. It's like a big ass hairless panda bear. Like, you know, they're cute and cuddly at first. One motherfucker will chew you alive.
So I will say this. All right, there are definitely trigger words, and I don't care. Again, my address is right around the corner. All right, Temptation151 Instagram, Sean Smith Lacey at gmail.com. You want to indicate sensitive is a trigger word for me. Crazy is another trigger word for me. But I'm also an individual that I am a sponge to take a lot of negativity. You know what I mean? I'll take the negativity because I believe in my mind and in my heart. I believe that you're allowed to speak how you speak. You're allowed to be who you are. Just because I think this shouldn't dictate how you move around me. I don't think that's fair because I want the same movement. Yeah, I want the same movement. Like, dude, like right here, this
Same freedom.
It's your situation. So I'm not gonna, you know what I mean, out of respect, but also too still dealing with that that level of health that I need help with on a regular basis, knowing your boundaries and being able to eject it in a positive way that it's not causing conflict. Like the negativity when people, that's why I say if you're going through like personal stuff as family, not saying you, but as far as people that's out there, that you going through stuff that I may have gone through as far as family and friends, relationship, you don't want to sit over there and put that out there on social media with them knowing that you want to have somebody like, damn, you stupid, or that's dumb. Why you go through this and why you go? Don't give someone the power to dictate what's going on in your life. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, because that's 9 times out of 10 because the platform is there. Everybody knows Facebook, Instagram. If you can't go on none of those, you can go on TikTok. Like you see these Jones on TikTok, and we love those shows because we use them, but we use it for it's a business. So understand what you get into before you get into it. So when you get up in there, like Facebook, and you put your life out there, and you be like, oh man, I can't believe.
You open yourself up.
You open yourself up to, even right now, as adults, we understand that even though this is business, we open ourselves up to someone that we might offend that we do not mean to. That's why we say, hit us up on Choppin It Up. Hit us up Instagram. Hit us Gmail. Hit us up so because we don't want you to feel closed in, talk to us. We here, we got you. And we at the barbershop, we at Faded.
I ain't got all the answers. But I am apt to always listen. And I'm always apt to try to guide the best way I can. I'm going to be funny. I'm going to say some shit. But I'm not going to try to chop you down and say some things to you to make you feel some way about yourself. I'll definitely line some logic up for you. Like, look, 2 + 2 = 4. So if that got you here, if that's not the result you want, we got to go in a different direction.
So you that guy that you always got to have a solution. Like
I feel like
Gotta fix it.
I'm a solution-based person because
It's a problem, let's solve it.
yeah, it's a problem solved. I'm not going to live in the problems. To live in the problems, like dead ass, is embracing your own depression and living with it. Like, I get it. We all depressed. I'm trying to get rid of my shit. I'm not trying to stay in mine. It's like, so I'm trying to fix my problem. When I'm fixing my problem, I'm fixing other problems. Because if I fix my depression, what gets me out of my funk, you get somebody else out of their shit.
Do you feel like that depression that comes and goes through on a daily basis?
Oh yeah.
It's like in general.
I'll be sitting there and like, you see me quiet thinking, my brain's going 100,000 miles an hour.
Yeah, I've seen like
And when I'm sitting there thinking 100,000 miles an hour, part of me is in my brain like, damn, I am so insufficient. There's so much fucking going on. I can't do none of this. I can't.
Can I ask a question when you get done? No, finish, because that's so...
So I'm in my head, but I'm sitting there and I'm going through it. I'm like, before you do this to yourself, stop. Go back to the beginning. Where are you at? What can you do now? And sometimes my depression,
credit too.
first give myself credit, but before that, I find myself mentally burning out, thinking of all the things. That's why I begin to feel insufficient, because I'm like, damn, before I can even get up, I'm mentally exhausted. Once your brain goes, once your head goes, your body follows.
It's called what they call it, decision fatigue or something like that.
I can't even, thank you for that. I had no idea how to name. I just know that I'm sitting there, my brain is going off 45 minutes, thoughts a fucking second or whatever. I'm just like, damn, all right, let's start over.
Yeah. Let me ask you this question, and this is for Danny, because for our females in there, if you were to, not saying that you have, how have you ever had to help a sister out? Or did you ever have someone that you could confide in? Like, what was your outlet as far as, if you had to deal with it, how would you? And if you did deal with it, how did you, was it better for you to go to the female or the male, or?
It depends on the situation. Everybody needs somebody that's in their corner, y'all. A lot of people get stuck into the thing that they're going through it alone, or that nobody will understand what they're going through. A lot of people, feel like why even talk to him or her about it? You know, they don't know what the hell this is. They don't know, right? Like, she, you know, some people might feel like, oh, you know, she was privileged. He don't, you know, whatever the reason is, they feel like they are alone in it, and they're not. And that's where, you know, we gotta be stronger friends, stronger parents, stronger aunts, stronger uncles, stronger people that's in, you know, because that's, humans we're social beings.
Yeah.
We need one another. We're here for one another. And, you know, when you are feeling like, you know, this isn't something I can talk, try me. I probably went through it or seen somebody go through it, and I can at least tell you, like, that ain't what worked out for them. You know what I'm saying?
We ain't playing those games.
Right, absolutely.
That goes back to that communication piece. It all goes back to communication, because I feel me as a person dealing with a lot of things that I dealt with, I automatically outward, like, I'm real, like, check on my people. I'll ask you, like, what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because I know how it feels to be going through some shit. So I'm going to come to you first. Yeah, if I feel that vibe, especially, I'm going to come to you first. Like, yo, you good? Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So just being able to communicate and being open is, like, is big. And knowing that you have somebody that you can communicate to, like, yo, this person will listen, or they'll have an answer. You know what I'm saying? But just, like, you know that you got your own stuff going on, you know how it feels, so it's easy to be like, yo, you can talk to me, you can come to me. You know what I'm saying? That's crucial, because, like you said, like, a lot of people, like, they don't feel like a lot of people even care, or it's like, you got your own stuff going on. So I'm like, you know, like,
right. Sometimes it don't even be a sad thing or a bad thing. It be but you know,
I'm trying to deal with it.
Husband and child and household. She probably struggling with her rent too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, just small things. A lot of people gotta remember that.
I want to bring this up. Because I got another question too.
Don't bring it up.
No, but a lot of stuff, especially where I am spiritual, a lot of that stuff be Satan. Because a lot of that stuff that helped me get through is prayer. Now, you can take prayer for however you want to take that prayer.
Absolutely.
But when I pray, that power in that prayer allows me to, it's a release. If you don't believe in prayer, you say meditation, but that outlet to go to someone that never felt like, every time when I do my little thing, my prayer, I get answered. And how I get answered is through, you know, certain scriptures, or even the people around me. Everything that I've done to this point right here, y'all are a blessing and putting in my way, because God said, look, these individuals is here.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's a blessing for that. And it's also another means. It doesn't mean it's going to help you. It just means that it helped me.
Right.
You can try it.
No, that's a good one though. Like, you know, most people even think about it when most people are down or they're looking for hope. They're asking for hope. They're grabbing on and holding on to that hope. It's when they feel like all hope is gone and all hope is lost. Think about it. Think about it. Like, even down to let's even, you know, when you go to jail. Most people, when they go to jail, they come back out. They found religion. They found
Wait, let's start with when you go.
Right. Well, you know, was praying,
on the knees.
But I'm saying, like, even when you go to jail, because once your first night, once them cell doors close, you know, all you got to do is lean on, you know, the Creator, which you think is beyond what I'm feeling, because what I'm feeling is human. I need to lean that there's something bigger and better than that. And a lot of people do go on.
We got Big Drew over there.
Big Drew.
Big Drew about to come into the show.
Big Drew.
Drew, all I was going to say real quick is just that everybody, like you said, you pray, you know what I'm saying? You got something that you believe that's bigger than you. You have to have a coping method, no matter what it is. Meditation, for me personally, I like to read. You know what I'm saying? I like mindset books. It's just, you have to have a way to cope, no matter what it is. You got a healthy way.
Right.
You got to know what it is for you. It's different for everybody.
Right.
That's
What's up, Big Drew?
Well, I'm agree with everybody. I like what everybody said, but and the but ain't a bad, but it's just that when we talk about mental health, everybody, it's always somebody that's been through what you're going through.
Mm-hmm. The relator.
Right? So y'all hit some key things: communication, ear to listen. Sometimes when somebody going through something mentally, they don't need you to speak. Just listen. Just listen to me. And they might sound like they babbling or something, but that's okay
Or that
because
they're complaining.
but they're just releasing what they feel, right? Because we don't know exactly what somebody feels. A mom or dad could die. One person take it differently from another child, right? And they both love their parents, but they both act totally different.
Right.
One cry, the other one strong. So, but the mental. So I'll be transparent. I was on medication. My temper. Fighting, whatever, whatnot. But I believe it's a mindset. It's a mindset. I had to learn to.
It was in the trenches, man.
Sometimes don't say nothing at all.
Right.
It's a time to speak. It's a time not to speak. It's a time to laugh. It's a time to cry. Right. All that's real. But it's still a mindset. I heard people say this is mental. Well, my dad was alcoholic and my granddad was alcoholic, so I'm gonna be alcoholic. No, that's your mind thing. Yeah. You can be anything you want to be, and you can stop that. You don't have to be that. I don't take medication now, so I done talked to a couple of people in here that say, well, Drew said this to me, and man, I had to learn how to do that. Mm-hmm. I had to grow mentally, and then I had to listen to wisdom. So it's always some wisdom and somebody know what you want to know. It's just going to the right person, and I believe in God, so the Spirit will lead you to who you need to talk to. Right. And if you ever notice, the person that you need to talk to, I don't care what you're going through, all of a sudden it'll go to zero.
Yeah.
And they might say the same thing somebody else said, but it's in the way they said it.
Right.
It's in the way they delivered it.
Absolutely.
Right?
How they received it.
How many times have you been like that? You've been over 10. Then somebody, one particular person comes to you and says something. And then,
I'm sorry.
No, but you understand what I'm saying? So all that's mental.
I wasn't here for the lady.
It's listening.
No, you wasn't here?
It's understanding.
We say the same thing with your girlfriend. Say the same thing.
I can't wait till I have.
Yeah, you gotta listen. You gotta.
That ain't never gonna happen.
You gotta listen, and you gotta prepare your body. You gotta prepare, and so that's what the Bible tells us to prepare ourselves. Because you're gonna go through trials and tribulations, and then we worry about things that we cannot control.
Absolutely.
Gucci, I'm thinking like Gucci, like how he said, I'll sit and think on a problem sometimes, and then I have to catch myself. Dude, I'm sitting there tripping.
Right, right.
Think about it, a lot of our mental, we bring it on ourselves.
Yes.
A lot of your mental stuff that we all battle with is with ourselves.
Yes.
So what am I saying? A lot of times it's just us. And we have to work on us. And so a part of that mental is find out what do I do that have me in this depressed place? I need to fix that. I need to work on that. Right? And that's what we talking about problem solving, women too. We got to know the problem. You got to know what the problem is before you fix it. Men, we can't fix something if we don't know what's broke. Women, especially women, we can't fix it if we don't know what's wrong. So just give me what's wrong, and then I'm going. Let me fix that. Let me address that first, or one thing at a prioritize one thing at a time. Yeah. We try to fix everything at one time. Well, you're gonna be discombobulated.
It's funny.
You're gonna be bald head like me.
Right. Right. That's all I was trying to relate to the men was that sometimes we don't eat.
But women, I'm gonna get on the whip. Y'all gotta go from Fantasy Island to this island to over there to number 9 around door 6 before you get to whatever it is.
Meanwhile, we just
right. So we just need to know what's the problem.
I know.
Now let's work on it. But if we do that together, and remember that I told y'all that's patience and listening to each other. So if you just think about it, if you just listen,
but I gotta say this to you.
Go ahead.
I've been saying that too. I was sitting over there and say I've learned to listen, and now I'm listening. You feel me? Because I'm still learning that situation. Like every time I say, hey, let's go do something, and then say, get out my face, you dingy boy. You know, it's a process that you have to really.
Wait, nah, but on serious note, what do they say? Don't they say that?
Talking about you.
I know. All that happened.
Don't they say that listening is like 80% of communication?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah.
Or it's a larger part of communication. But that's something I had to learn too, like listening. That's
You got 2 ears and 1 mouth. That's what my grandma used to say.
You got 32 teeth.
2 ears and 1 mouth.
Oh, that's
For a
crazy.
reason.
You got 2 ears and 1 mouth.
Right.
some
But like I said, any mental issue that you're dealing with, somebody else has been through that. And the problem is, we either too ashamed or afraid to say that we had this mental issue because we think people are gonna judge us. Well, if I want to get it fixed, I don't care. I don't cuss, but I don't give a damn who judging me. Man, I got a problem and I want it fixed.
But can I ask a question on
A
that?
lot of times we be going through the same stuff.
The same thing. That's what I'm
At the same
saying.
time, too, when it took you, for me, it took me a long time because I was arrogant and I wasn't trying to hear it. Because of how I was brought up. So, like you said, when you're programmed to a situation like, oh, my dad was a drunk, my grandfather was a drunk, from the cycle was, we ain't going to nobody to talk about my feelings. Ultimately, when I sit over here and talk to the therapist, that's what I'm doing. I'm talking about my feelings. I feel amazing. I get finished with what you want to say.
Right.
Oh, girl, as soon as she called, hey, Sean, you ready? I mean, hey, Sincere, you ready? I'm like, yes, I am.
Wow.
And I go straight on in. But, and then I catch myself and I say, well, dang, I'm sorry because you didn't even ask me no question. She's like, no, this is what it is. It's about you, it ain't about me. If it was something that I needed to ask, I ask it. You know what I mean? But she took the time to do one thing that I'm working on is she listened.
Watch this. I'm sorry. When you go to a therapist, because I've been to many of them, you know, when I had my little, watch this. I probably could be a therapist. Mm-hmm. That's probably why I say some things sometimes people be like, yo, that's deep or that's crazy. Not because I'm the smartest guy in the world, it's because I've been there, done that, but watch this. Everybody that go to a therapist, what did that therapist do? They sit down there with a piece of paper, might ask you 5 questions, and they let you just talk.
Yeah.
And then after about 3 or 4 sessions, they'll do this. Well, this is what I found out.
Yeah.
You let somebody
Break
speak
you-
long enough.
break you
You
straight
let
on
anybody
down.
speak long enough, you'll find out what's wrong with what's going on.
Yeah, listen, and the crazy thing is the
But
fact
they
was,
listen.
to broke me down to the situation. I even though it was in a joking manner, I'm like, yo, I don't even want, I don't want you talking like this to me, because it was the problem was simple. I recognized what the problem was. I never let go of the problem, so I kept dealing with the problem. You know what I mean? If that makes
So it's a
sense.
vicious
You know what I mean, without me putting nobody. I mean, so that's was
Is it
that
easy,
one.
sis?
Well, you know, the last part of that, and I'm gonna get out the way is this. A lot of people want to hear what they want to hear and not hear what they need to hear.
Yeah.
Okay,
Facts.
so I'll go pay this psychiatrist $5,000 an hour. You gonna sit there and listen to what they got to say,
Yeah, they're gonna right.
but you can get that same treatment for free.
Agreed. A lot of people will sit there, and the reason why they keep going to different people is because those people ain't saying
They not telling them what they
You're
want to
right.
hear.
Like, no, that can't be the reason.
If
Like,
you
no.
love me, if you say you love me, no, tell me what I need to hear.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Not what I want to hear, but what
That's
I
why
need.
Danny was saying.
Like I tell Feast, I say Feast. Deep down inside, I know you're an Eagles fan. I mean, you just got your colors wrong.
Listen.
Yeah, deep down inside, I know you crazy the dog chase cars. Y'all ever seen the dog chase a car? That dog crazy, ain't it?
Oh no, he knows.
I got a crazy dog.
He knows.
My dog chased the car and got ran over by the car and he chased.
It's great.
Like, I was like, yo, nigga, and then he wasn't even broken. He's happy to go to the vet. Like, oh, this is such a cool
And it's
ride.
still chasing cars.
And chases cars.
That's Eagles fans.
Whoa. Dang. We
That's funny as hell.
But you see, that's that mental that we was talking about. It's that mental.
How
In
many
his
rings
mind,
y'all
he
got
can whoop that car.
Baltimore, how many rings y'all got?
You got 2, man.
How many rings?
More recently,
We
New York.
we got
as a
2.
matter of fact.
No,
Oh, he was
Actually,
got 2.
Yeah, we got 2.
I had what, 17?
Yeah, there you go.
Alright.
2 and
We
2.
too.
That's cute.
Yeah.
That's cute.
It might
Y'all
be
look
y'all
cute over
in the
there.
Super Bowl. All right, I gotta get past the 90s, man. I don't know, Brock Crazy was, you know what I'm saying?
So this is the end of us. This is the end of this episode.
This is this episode. He's clearly tired of being an Eagles fan today.
No, I'm not.
But we want to
We'll
definitely.
see what happens next week,
We want to
next Sunday.
thank
Cowboys.
We want to thank 1800 for these beautiful drinks they don't donate to us that we buy for y'all. It's fucking great. Anybody else got any food, anything? Got anything special for us?
Also, too, I want to definitely put out, man. Look us up on Facebook. Chopping It Up.
Ch0Pp1nUp.
All right. That's on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Ask some questions. Alternate with us. We'll start putting more stuff on the platform that really get y'all engaged because we want to hear you. We want. If we gonna talk, we
I
wanna
want
make
to
sure
talk
that's
about what y'all want to talk about.
I want to listen to you guys.
I want y'all included. I love
Just don't talk to me.
these type talk.
Just don't talk to me. I want to listen.
And soon we're gonna be getting some more guests up in here. You know what I'm saying? We got some people that's gonna elevate us, get us to the proper, you know.
Get us to the proper channels. But don't be ignoring us, y'all. We out there. But we're gonna go ahead and say goodbye for the night, today, afternoon, whatever this is. But
Next time on
Chopping It Up.
Nigga, it's like 11.
Ha! If you want the truth, Gucci gon' give it to you. If you want the truth, Danny gonna give it to you. If you want the truth, Sincere gon' give it to you. Gon' give it to you. If you want the truth, Gucci gon' give it to you. If you want the truth, Danny gon' give it to you. If you want the truth, Sincere gon' give it to you. 'Cause we're chopping it up.